So with how well the last CK3 coverage video I did on Friends and Foes and my overall perspective on CK3 having done so well, I thought it would be prudent and wise to basically look at that. 7,000 views within a week. That is amazing. Thank you so much, guys. But I thought it would be prudent anyway to take a look at the next CK3 dev diary. They actually released it on Tuesday. I've been a bit late because I had a lot of work and homework coming up, so thank you guys for being so patient. But I want to talk about the bizarre dev diary the developers released, Paradox that being, and really dive into the current state of CK3 and its future going forward after seeing this dev diary. The developers dropped two very big details in this dev diary, neither of which are good. The first detail that the developers talked about is that there is not going to be an expansion, let alone a smaller content pack like Friends and Foes or Fate of Iberia, which they are now pricing at $12 to $13, so they really want to get their money's worth out of you. But yeah, despite the fact that there's been like one expansion and basically one content pack, not really counting Friends and Foes since it was very small, so like what, 2 DLCs this year and like 2 DLCs last year, it has been very slow, emphasis on very at this point, with the release schedule for DLC. But get this, they say, while we can say that Friends and Foes was the last paid content of the year, we're hoping to have another smaller free update out before the year is over. No ETA for now, of course, soon TM. Additional clues about what we're working on might appear over the next few months. And with that, they don't even promise any scheduled dev diaries because they don't want to get up expectations, but that's kind of implying that this was going to get up expectations in the first place, being that they basically announced there's not going to be any content whatsoever aside from a piecemeal update that's going to be released for the next month or so, which is very disappointing considering we have at least a few months left before the year ends. So you can see just how popular this post was with the community, having 97 quote-unquote respectively disagrees as the reply or emoji response toolbar. I don't know the specific term for it, but it was to say not very popular. One guy here is even laughing. So very weird decision by Paradox. It's not something that is entirely uncommon, unfortunately, but it looks like they are slowing down things in the foreseeable future. There is a little bit of silver lining here. They kind of line out their dev diary coverage for flavor packs and expansions. Expansions are roughly 2 to 4 months worth of dev diaries, and the smaller content packs are at most 2 dev diaries, so kind of like in the line of Fate of Iberia. So perhaps in one of these fabled Discord streams that they're currently going forward with, I don't know what they're going to ask the devs aside from when the expansion is going to release, but they are available if you guys are interested in participating. They include links to all of their social media platforms so you can stay updated for those. If you guys want to see me cover that, please let me know. But I do want to talk a little bit about CK3's future because this does not bode well, in my opinion at least. You may disagree, for CK3's future. I honestly think this was kind of a rebuff and readjustment for the dev schedules, even with Fate of Iberia being fairly successful and Friends and Foes, again, not receiving too well in terms of ratings. I think the devs are still kind of coming back from the shock that was Royal Court's release and the massive amount of negative reception and following patches that the developers at Paradox had to kind of follow up with. I believe the devs are trying to take a more cautious approach because it did genuinely take a lot out of the team to make Royal Court. So I think maybe they're trying to take more strategic steps towards possibly making smaller expansions and seeing what works best with the community regarding feedback. So Stellaris has kind of been re-strategizing after Overlord and some of the recent expansions and releases. Toxoids did quite well, but just to bring in other comparisons, I think some of the other teams are really just trying to reschedule and replan after testing the waters and testing out different marketing strategies, and CK3 very well might be trying that too. All of my angry jumbling and ranting aside, I think the devs are very good about responding to feedback, concerns, and reviews, especially negative ones on Steam. So hopefully the next DLC is going to be related around the much requested Byzantine or Eastern Roman theming, or something that really spices up character interactions like monks and mystics did with their unique cult system and secret societies. So we could see something along the lines of that in the future. Honestly, anything is open. I don't know where the devs are kind of going next, but I hope it is to kind of satisfy fans more, and perhaps instead of being experimental, go along the lines of something a bit more traditional to CK2 and try not to be too aggressive with experimentation. Now, again, I'm not saying the devs shouldn't try new things, but they do have to be a bit careful about making sure to address pre-existing issues instead of creating new ones. For example, with the Royal Court and the culture system, while it was fun to play around with, I think it is very easy to create new systems without kind of getting to the core issues of the game. But as always, this is another classic For Extraordinaire speculation video, so please feel free to let me know in the community section of my YouTube channel page or in the comment section of this video below if you disagree with me, if you have any criticism for the video, and whether or not you think I'm a bastard. So please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to talk to you guys and see what you think about the upcoming expansions and content packs if they are coming their way. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Love you guys and hope to see you guys later. All right. Peace.